Hey gamers, welcome back to the Elecast. I'm Elektra.
And I'm Eleanor.
And today, we have our first ever guest. Twitch streamer, games developer, and just overall hot person, Lowkey MP3.
It do be kind of low-key though.
Oh my god!
No way.
How are you on this fine evening, Lowkey MP3?
I'm pretty good. I woke up midday, so I haven't really had a day. I've had 5 hours.
Nice. Relatable.
Great start. Yeah, that is.
I woke up at like 1, so, you know.
Sag.
Well, that's how you know you're a true gamer.
So true.
So, Lowkey, you hit 100 followers a couple weeks ago. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I never thought my Twitch channel would get there, and there's a lot of cool people in that 100, including
Very
you
true.
too.
Oh, so true.
It's a pog channel.
Very, very true. So, any cool plans for Twitch in the future?
Probably more game dev stuff, because all I've been doing is playing Minecraft, which we all know is popular, but it's Minecraft.
Yes.
I met a lot of people on Minecraft. Well, you know, Minecraft's Minecraft.
No, it's
you
great.
It's just on Minecraft.
It's just hard to grow on. There's a lot of people that do it.
Exactly. You got those big boys now on
so
the top.
True.
Yeah, a lot of people stream Minecraft recently, so it's, you know, and everyone's watching them. So not a lot of people watch like smaller creators. Yeah, I feel like branching out is a good idea, but also I have no idea. I don't stream, but
I mean, you have YouTube. That's all you really need.
True.
You and your
on
one
Twitter,
video.
on Twitter. Don't forget Twitter.
That one video is
Twitter influencer.
So good.
Hey, Twitter influencer, am I right?
So true. So,
Lowkey, how long have you been streaming for? Because
that's a great question. I can't actually remember. I think it was late last year. Well, it depends actually. This is quite a story.
Last year was 2 days ago.
I've had. Oh, all right, get out. I've had 3 Twitch accounts, and the first one I started was 2018.
Oh wow!
And it was up for like a year, and I actually streamed on it. I think I got 20 viewers, and then I just gave up. Me being me. Old me was like, this isn't funny anymore. Bye. And then I went to do YouTube, which is where most of that was from. I think I started in 2020, 2019 maybe. And then I did YouTube for a while, thinking that was going to become my career. What an idiot. So then started my second Twitch account, which lasted a week because I lost the password. And the third one, which is the one we're using now, it was definitely late 2021. Well, no, it was early 2021 or late 2020. And I've been streaming on that. I think it was August. It might have been August, September. I feel like that's a good date.
Yeah. It's a while, basically.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you're already old.
Imagine.
Right.
We had this conversation last time, just 1 foot in the grave.
Yeah. We're both old.
But exciting. So why the first account you just weren't having fun, so you just left it? Or
that's debatable, I guess. I wasn't having fun, but like I did properly get into that. I can't actually remember why I left. I think it was. Why did I leave? I can't remember. It must have been something to do with school, because I wouldn't have left, I don't think.
Yeah.
School sucks.
You know how high school goes.
Yeah.
Well, you still knows.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Very true. So you said you wanted to do more games development on your streams.
I did.
Tell us more.
Well, I've been doing a lot of gaming recently, which I love to do, but games development is my career path. So I want to do more stuff on that to get my name more out there. Because currently, the only thing I have is itch.io, which I have quite a few followers on. I think it doesn't sound like much, but 5 followers, which isn't much, but I do get a lot of views and plays across multiple people, which is good. A lot of the time, I'm doing free game releases or demo or project releases, just for people to say, wow, what a gamer, you know, when I post that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really have a main genre yet, but I guess I'll figure that out. Doing a lot of horror stuff, though, psychological horror stuff, so maybe I'll go that way.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that really means, you're saying you have 5 followers, I think that means that people who are watching this, who aren't following Lowkey on itch.io, should go do that, like right now.
So true.
And also play Misadventure.
Misadventure is quite the banger. It took me 5 months, and it was completely dominated by a game I made in 5 minutes.
I still find that quite
funny.
Elaborate more.
Literally, I woke up well. I spent 5 months creating Misadventure, which is a psychological horror game, based on Adventure, which was released on the Atari. So I made it, posted it, felt good about myself because I was struggling so hard at the end. Because usually with games development, how it always works is you storm through the first bit, the middle you're kind of getting there, kind of unmotivated. The end is just hell because there's nothing left to add. You just go through tiny little game testing eras, and you test the one. Well, it's a classic. You test the walls. That's basically like 3 weeks worth of testing walls to see if the collisions are right, which they're not. Which I fixed. Don't worry, in a patch. I remember someone went into a corner of the map and then completely glitched outside the map.
Oh.
So I fixed that. But after I released that, I went to bed that night, and I think a few weeks later, I released Blowing Under It, which was a project. I know
So good.
it was a test
Traumatic
project
game.
I made to test out this game mechanic of physics engine, basically, because a physics update came to Construct 3, which is the thing I built Blowing Under It over. And that's the thing I spend college in at the moment, but we're learning Unity now, so we did that, and I thought, wow, physics, that's cool. Haven't done physics yet, so I did a physics game, and I sped it especially hard because literally a day ago I was playing Getting Over It, which I hate with all my being. So thanks
That game is
to that creator.
God.
So I released it. I put it on itch as a prototype because obviously it's like a broken ass game that's not even a game. And then what was it? It was like a few days later, and it already got way more views and plays than Misadventure has ever got. So that was great.
That was probably just me leaving it because I rage quit and then going back in.
Yeah, something like that.
You said that the blowing over or getting over, whatever. I haven't played it.
Blowing under it.
Whatever. That like made you rage, but you have caused me so much pain, and I'll never forgive you, basically.
Well, you're happy to know I never actually played it because when I was
Yeah,
programming
it's
it,
so
instead of
dumb.
testing it,
Yeah,
I tested those sections and then just coded it differently, so I spawned somewhere else. So I didn't actually play it. But I know it's
evil.
possible.
It is a horrible
Is it?
game. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a good game, but like it's painful to play. It's like it.
Well, it's an unpolished mess.
This might be controversial, but it was harder than Getting Over It.
Well, you're gonna have to go play it if you wanna find out.
I still
So
haven't gotten
true.
past that
Plugging
like
on your own
that
podcast.
tiny cardboard thing with the like blue on both sides. I still haven't got past that. I've tried many a time.
Do you know what? I actually
It's so painful.
I can talk about this because this was just going to be a normal release. Blowing Under It actual make that I was doing. That was a test project. Because it got so many views, I was like, okay, I'll make it then. Because people obviously like that. So I started making it. I haven't touched it in months because I've been doing other projects.
Yeah.
But I re-added the two blue side corridor that you were on about. But the thing is, I made it even harder because now there's rotating platforms that if you touch, you die.
What is wrong
So
with
you have to go up, down to miss the first one, up into the middle, then you have to like perfectly balance there for a few seconds and then go up. So you're welcome, really, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know when that's going to release though.
Never. Just don't.
Hopefully
Abandoned.
never.
just give up. Don't do it.
That's
Please.
it, right? James Goodman's career over.
No, not your whole career.
Advice: just give up.
I just ended this man's whole career. Quite literally.
Literally, you did.
Oh god. Anyway, any new projects?
That's classified right there. I can say how many projects I'm working on.
Okay, go on.
7.
At the same
7
time?
Not at the same time. 4 of them are like really badly made prototypes that just test game mechanics, and 3 of them are demos.
Ooh.
How do you get the time to do it all? It's like you go to college and stuff, so.
Well, this Christmas break has been a big help. Usually when I get home or when you guys play Minecraft, we're in a voice call, I'll just either randomly leave and work on it if I'm feeling weirdly productive, or I'll just come up here randomly, not know what to do, and then just code on it for a couple of minutes. Usually sometimes it's only like 10 minutes of coding, and then I close it. And then other times it's 2 hours. So it really depends on how productive I'm feeling, which is not a good schedule, let me tell you. Because games take forever to come out if I do that.
I could never do that.
Nope.
I'm really bad at focusing on things and doing it, so it's very impressive how you can do it.
Yeah. Just you've made so many as well. It is very cool. And you come up with new ideas every time.
I have an entire folder full of finished demos. I just don't release them because they're not really games. Otherwise, on my game page, I'm just going to have like 20 like prototypes rather than projects. and
Yeah,
full games, you know.
get the full thing out.
Exactly. Get some apps people enjoy,
Exactly.
rather than a mess like blowing under it. Yeah. Well, actually, now look at it. They got more view. Maybe I should release them.
Imagine your dumb games just get popular, and then the ones you spend time on are just nope.
That was the entire idea of blowing under it. The stupid little games that are annoying as hell.
People enjoy them though, to be fair. Somehow.
Exactly. There's a really big audience for crappy meme games.
Yeah.
That's what I like to call them.
I feel like, you know the website Girls Go Games?
I sure don't.
Well, it's great. You should look it up. Everyone watching this should also look it up. It's a website for like kids games, or like for girls, you know. So it's all like dress up ones and like makeup. Pregnant Rapunzel needs to choose Eric or
I know exactly what you're on about
Rider.
now.
I've seen those before.
As soon as you said pregnant.
I feel like, well, I wouldn't know, but I feel like their main audience isn't like little girls. It's like older teenagers and like adults, because they're so dumb. But it's like,
I've literally seen one called what was it? It was like Fairy Tale Mortgage, where it was about going to crime scenes, picking up dead bodies, and then dissecting them.
Yeah, that's what I'd love to spend my Saturday evenings doing, playing that game. It sounds so fun.
Lowkey stream coming soon.
No.
I feel like those aren't really targeted towards children, and it's like, like you're saying, like crappy little games that like you just play because, you know, they're like addictive, I guess. It's just like, why else would you want to play?
I'm pretty sure those websites are just there for kids who just randomly search on the internet.
Yeah, it's also like a typical website you go on if like you're in school and you have a computer and you're bored. You just go onto one of them and you just like chill.
Every other game is blocked. You just look at games.
Just the most random websites.
I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Okay, no need for that.
Yeah, you go to nerd school because you
I do go to nerd school.
Yeah, explain your nerd school for people who don't know.
I was about to say where it was.
I was going to say, don't say its exact location.
It's a music school, but they have a programming and gaming section, and I was actually this leads to a story. So, because I went to do there to go programming and gaming, and then after I think it was a year course, they gave me the choice of going to esports, which was pretty cool, or I could go to ethical hacking. And I stayed in games because obviously I already did the first year. So if I do the second year, I get a fancier little certificate and degree. But I don't know, because ethical hacking was one of the things I've always wanted to do since like high school. Not because I like hacking, but because it's just fun to experiment and find out what things do. That's just my kind of thing though. And then I know esports I kind of wanted to do, but I knew. I mean, if anyone see me on Valorant, you goddamn know I cannot play the game for the life of me. So that was not a good choice.
I mean, you're not the worst person I've ever seen.
I literally pick up the spike, go yay, and get shot in the face by a sniper rifle every time.
Okay, well, I'm not going to disagree with that one.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. In my school, we had like an IT club, and I went for like 2 weeks because it was so bad. It was like on Python thing. And some guy, I don't even know who he was, I think he was like a past student, he would put things up on the board and you would copy them, and then that was it, and then you go home. So it's like, it's not even, like it is, I guess it is kind of teaching you because it's teaching you like basic mechanic things, but it's like, we should have more fun like experimenting with things. And then
I think that's the equivalent of the entirety of the education system. Yeah, you learn something, but it's not useful.
Most of the time.
On the topic of clubs, though, I used to go to a chess club, and I went once, but and I signed up for it for the rest of the year. I just didn't go, but in there they had one, like actual. It was really chunky. It was an electrical chessboard where you play against a computer on this big old table of mechanics.
Oh damn!
I sat down thinking it was an arcade machine. It was not an arcade machine. Let me tell you, it was chess. But I got so confused because each time I press a button, nothing happened. So then I asked the teacher, how does this work? And they sat down, looked at it, did that little like thinking chin rub thing, and said, I don't know, and then left. So I was there pressing buttons for the rest of the night.
What is the point of that? Why didn't I know how to run it?
You made me play chess that one time.
I was literally about to say that. That 3D chess game, Lowkey, I will never forgive you for making me play that. I've never felt pain. I've never felt more pain than sitting here playing that game.
The thing is, we didn't even finish it because we tried to finish it, and every move we made, it was just you went in check and you couldn't do anything.
It was so
there
traumatic.
There were so many timelines.
There was so many timelines, and like I was in, you like checked me like in every single one. I just couldn't do anything, and I was just sat there like wanting to die. It was like painful.
Your problem kind of thing, L kind of thing.
Okay, we shouldn't have made me play a traumatic game in the first place, SMH.
Alright.
Yeah. You made me play that one, and you also made me play normal chess, and I had no idea how to do anything, because you just didn't tell me. You were just like, let's play chess! And I used to
let's be honest, who doesn't know how to play chess nowadays?
Me! Oh, anyway, and then you guys just teamed up on me, you two both knowing how to play chess, teamed up on me, who had absolutely no idea. I was just moving my little horsey around the thing. I had no idea, and it was so rude, and then I left the call.
A total of 10 pieces.
Yeah, it was gross, because chess sucks, and people who play it are nerds. So that's what I've gathered from that situation.
Wait, what do they say about chess? You play it and you get, like, more logic or something.
Clearly
Basically,
not.
I'm smarter than you. I'm
not sure about that one, mate. Like, no offense, but... Anyway.
Moving swiftly on.
So, what do we do now? Chess sucks.
Agreed.
Alright.
We were talking about Twitch before, and you're saying that you stream game development and Minecraft. Do you stream anything else, or...?
Usually, I stream a bunch of different games because I want to be known for more things. So usually it's online games randomly find, or series I used to play as a kid, or other things that are on sale. So Minecraft isn't the only thing I do, but it's the main thing I do because that's the most popular nowadays. And to get more stuff, well, it's kind of the thing with everything. To get more notice, you need to get more publicity and more, followers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really about getting those early viewers to then proceed onto the things I want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I'm trying to scam everyone out of their viewership. That's not what I'm about.
Sussy. Well, once you build like a little community, they'll watch you whatever you do.
Exactly.
So then you can play more games.
And I have a really cool little group of people in that 100.
So true.
Wait, you two, of course.
Yeah, we met through Minecraft stream, which I thought was cool.
Did we meet through Minecraft, or was that Mario?
Oh no, okay, story time for people. Okay, so I met Saul, our other friend who we were talking about last time a bit. It sounds like we were just, the whole podcast was about Saul, it wasn't. Saul, and then I met our other friend, Citrus, who met Elektra, and then Elektra was in Saul's chat, who I mod for, and then I saw that Elektra was streaming with Saul, so I was like, okay, I might as well watch, I have nothing else to do. And then I saw that they were streaming with some loser, Lowkey developer, and I was like, does Lowkey developer have a Twitch? And then he did, and then I watched and I followed you. That was like 3 months ago. That's so weird. It feels like so much longer, and also a lot shorter.
For like a year.
Yeah. Very, very odd. It's like, if you think about like when, like, I don't know, first interactions, it feels really long ago, but also feels like not long ago. I just kind of re-saying my point, but like, I don't know. This is when I was first talking in your stream, and I streamed Sniped You. It was so funny. I felt really annoying, but it was very funny at the same time, so I just didn't care. And we were talking about making a podcast. The gamers. That's what I call it anyway.
Yes.
The gamers.
We talked about making a podcast so many times, but this seems to be the solid one that took off.
Yeah, I don't
really cool.
How did this even happen?
The Elecast one. Are we doing a story time now? Another story time. Oh my god, I'm so good.
You guys are so lucky getting all our story times.
Yeah. So Elektra was playing Octodad on stream.
What a good game. Oh, Octodad's so good.
And then you were doing Just Chatting, and you were making jokes about how it's your podcast. And then you were like, I should make a podcast, and I just inserted myself. I was like, and I will co-host. And then I was like, I jokingly sent you like a picture of like a logo.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if it was on stream or after stream, but I was like, we should actually do this. That would be very funny. And then we just like planned it and made the trailer.
It was very secretive before you.
Oh yeah, we kept it so quiet. I was like, oh yeah, I should just do a podcast. And then me and Eleanor were like, we should actually do one. Yeah. And then no one knew until we released the trailer. We kept it so silent. I don't know how.
What a trailer though. What a trailer.
Oh, the trailer's beautiful. I'm so proud of that trailer. So true.
I think you should go like that video. Just saying.
True.
Do it. I would link it.
Last time I checked, you had like 59 views on that.
Well, we're still
Really? Shit, pop off.
That's as many as my old YouTube videos got. So you're already more popular than me.
We're so good at this.
You should talk about your old videos now, your spore videos.
That's true.
Oh god,
they're just so good. You should.
Oh, we could talk about the beginning of this YouTube. Okay.
Go for it.
After I abandoned that first Twitch, I went to YouTube, obviously, to pursue my YouTube career that never took off. So I sat down and I thought, what game? Because like it was the same with Twitch actually. It was the same with the Twitch I have now. If I want to do something, I need to make sure that there's something interesting or unique about my content that you can't get anywhere else. Because that means more people come to see you. What I did for my Twitch, I can't remember because I'm just the same as everyone else. But that's Twitch. YouTube. So I started, and I think I went off the reference of people I've already subscribed to, and I edited the same way. Although at the time I was editing on Windows Editor, the built-in one, which was absolutely garbage. Let me tell you.
Classic.
Not about a time movie.
Oh god, that's even worse. So I played Titan Souls. That was my first video, I think. Well, no, technically my first video was a Roblox speedrun, but that's another story. We'll save that for later, or maybe another one.
Okay.
So I started the main thing
yourself.
That's basically what I'm doing. Maybe like far in the future, like a few guests.
So
I played Titan Souls. Exactly. I'm gonna steal your content. So Titan Souls. Titan Souls. I played that and I edited it. I think literally the day before I was watching Smitty, and he does a bunch of moment videos, like content videos. So I was like, okay, I'll just yoink that. So went on, recorded my content, and I think most of it was just death compilations of me dying over and over again. But I purposely cut them to like just before I started going off on one screaming, so it was kind of funny. And I think those videos didn't really get much until like a year later, or a few months later, I think it is now. Wow, that doesn't feel like a few months. So that kicked off, and I started doing that. I think that's when someone from Twitch came from my YouTube. I can't remember who it was though, but they ported it, which was very nice. I can't remember who that was though. Exactly. Someone really liked my content.
I need to ask you something after this.
I know exactly what you're going to ask.
So after that, I did Spore, which this Spore series is what kicked off my next Twitch career, because I love that Spore series. But it doesn't really get many views or likes, but I love it because I sat down and I recorded, and I actually felt like I was enjoying myself playing that game. It was really nice. We had Greg the Deformed, which was literally my iconic character throughout that. It was incredible because I learned how to edit more on that, which was great because I edit, if you haven't seen my YouTube. I just plug it so many times.
No, it's fine.
So I edited those with a new thing called Hit Film because I learned how to edit with Spore. And Spore is really where I learned my editing because I learned how to add background music. I learned how to add pictures on screen, cuts better. It was great. Although I think episode 3 is where it died because I got to that part where my character died for the first time. Obviously, they respawn, which is fine. But when it died, I felt like that was a really good place to just end because the death of Greg was a hard one for my viewers. But yeah, that's pretty much the story of the YouTube. And then it became one Minecraft video of playing parkour, which I regret to this day.
That's so funny. Would you ever consider making any more Spore videos? Because you said you had a good time, so, a bit of nostalgia.
I'm not gonna lie, I've wanted to stream Spore. Again, I want to stream Spore and then release it as videos as well. But every time I sit down, obviously it's uninstalled because I don't use it. But every time I sit down to install it, to stream or record, I don't know what happens, but I just look at it and then go for a different game. So I don't know whether it's that I don't enjoy the game anymore, because I definitely do. I don't know. It's just usually there's games I want to play with other people or games that I've had on a schedule for a while. Yeah. But Spore's definitely on there. I want to stream and record Spore, but it's never appeared in my little Twitch yet.
So, well, I kind of said, your stand came from YouTube to Twitch. We had this conversation last time. What would Elektra stands be called? Now, personally, I think that they should be called the VJers, because, elekevj, VJ. Yeah, I think it's really good. She didn't really enjoy it, but what are your opinions on the matter?
VJers sounds quite short for a squad. I feel like you can't really name a group of people until it comes out naturally.
That's what I said.
It did come out naturally. I was like, VJ.
Oh yeah,
it just has to. It
just happens. That's what.
And it
did.
It did happen.
No, you sat there and you were like, yeah, the
you can't
VJ
just
sounds
say,
perfect.
oh, this should be what the name of the group is called. But you can't do you have to sit down and while you're streaming
Something
or while
has
you're
to
recording or
happen.
talking to your viewers, you just have to like it has to click. And then you just say it constantly without even knowing.
The click was the VJs. You know, we have the U stands and the VJs.
Perhaps that kicked off some brainwaves.
What would your stance be called? That's another question I have.
That's something that is the future to hold. I don't know yet.
The M peers. That's just very similar to the VJs.
I feel like it just has to happen. Usually I don't even name my chat. I don't even say chat or viewers or
chat.
like I just say the names of my viewers. But perhaps later down the line.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. When more people start coming in our streams, coming in chat, something will just appear and you'll be like, yes, that's perfect, and then it will just happen.
Like the VJ.
Oh, that's just not what's I'm in
your chat I'm in your chat all the time.
Not you. If you can get 5 people, no, I'm not gonna say 5 people because you already have. No, because if I say 5 people, Soul and Kobe are already just gonna be so down for that, and then there's only 2 more, and that is terrifying to me. That just can't be the official name. VJ. Yeah, exactly.
Smelly VJ woman.
I actually have a question for you two.
Oh my god.
I know, spicy. Obviously, this podcast is very new, but I feel like you have a mental image of how many guests are allowed on at once, considering the chaos that will unfold. I'm just curious to see what you both agree on the limit to be of guests, because I feel like one guest is obviously at one time. Obviously, this is later down the line, probably not even going to happen, but like not even like naming people. How many guests would you say is too many to handle?
Well, it kind of depends. So like if there was a dynamic duo like the U stands and the VJs, I feel like 2.
U stands is a great one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
the VJs. Don't forget the VJs. I don't know. I'd say like the amount of times we'd have to just pause because you keep laughing with just like with one guest is very chaotic. So
I think that shows a lot of interesting moments that are you call them interesting, wouldn't you? I feel like if you laugh spontaneously and you have to cut it out, I think that even makes better content, because after you stop laughing, you feel more able to talk about things. I don't know if you feel the same way.
No,
like as soon as you stop laughing, you feel like you can talk more.
Yeah. Unless you've recovered, kind of.
What would you say though?
I say 3 is too many. I think unless it's like 3 friends that can like talk well together and like we won't get too distracted by it. But I think 3 is too many, or I think 2 is like the max, I'd say.
I feel like if we did have guests, like we wouldn't just have random 3 people. They'd have to be like they all do something together.
Exactly.
So it's like a group channel or like something like that.
And like the thing is, if the more people you have, like you don't get to hear about each person's story individually. It'll just kind of be like it'll just all be merged together, and then it'll just be like a bit of a mess, I think.
Why are we asking that? You planning to come on again with someone else?
No, we were talking about obviously naming a group of people, obviously for your social. I feel like having a limit on guests is just an interesting topic, because I wanted to find out how many you think you could handle.
Yeah. I mean, maybe once we get better at it, it'll be easier for us to kind of control ourselves. So.
Yeah. I keep just looking over, like just trying not to laugh, but Yeah.
I mean, this is the quirkiest podcast on the internet.
It's so true, literally so true.
Of course.
You can't beat
the number 1 Spotify rated of 2022.
Oh, is this going on Spotify? No. I doubt it. No, I thought not.
Maybe if we earn some money, right? But not before that.
I'm not rich like you. Rich MP3.
Exposed.
I'm literally the poorest out of us 3.
Shush. Speaking of rich, segue moment. You have paid for a server. Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
Oh,
you paid for a Minecraft server, the Blue Box SMP, which I'm really excited for. Would you care to tell us more about that?
Well, this came from one mod made by the SWD team. It's a great team, by the way. They make really cool Minecraft mods, and they made a mod called the Dalek mod, which is a Doctor Who mod. And if anyone doesn't know me personally, I absolutely stan the Doctor Who. Okay, I love that shit.
Yeah, we can tell.
So you can definitely tell if you've been in private VCs. So I just adore it. So when I found that for the first time, I'm pretty sure I fell in love for the rest of my fucking life. But I played it constantly, and it was one day that they released a trailer. Actually, I think I first heard of it from their Discord. They released a teaser of a TARDIS interior that looked very strange. So I did some more research on it. They released a YouTube video about a 1.16 release, which for that is incredible because they've been on 112. I think they were 1.8 to 112 for a long time. So seeing them go up to these later versions was really exciting. So I immediately spam texted Elektra, I'm pretty sure it was you, Elektra, about this. And then I pretty much dragged you on.
Yeah.
This also came from context. This also came from a lot of late night streams when we used to watch Doctor Who on VCs. I used to force people to stay up until really late hours just to watch Doctor Who.
It was just a trap.
It was. Again. As soon as you're on VC with me late night, you just knew we would watch it.
You just turned it on and I just had no choice. Like, what am I supposed to do? Sit there and not watch it?
You'd just be like in the middle of a conversation, and you'd be like, "You know what time it is?" And then you start sharing.
Yeah, exactly. I literally would. Or sometimes I just share it, and then you just click it randomly and be watching Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that came from that. So I decided to make a Doctor Who server based on that SWD team's Dalek mod. So that's the main focus, and I really wanted it to be. I wanted to open it as soon as it was out. Which back then, this was when was this? I need to count my months. I know. Don't shut up.
No idea.
Maybe September when I heard about it, and then it was meant to release October 31st, which was Halloween Day. And I wanted to make a server immediately as it came out because I wanted everyone to experience it together because they've revamped everything. So it was October. They've delayed it for a while. So we went all the way to November, which they delayed it again. So here we are, New Year. It was meant to release on New Year, but then they delayed it again to today, which hopefully, today, November 2nd. I don't know when this comes out. So
January.
Yeah. January. Yeah.
Not November.
Oh, right, January. So hopefully it releases today. But yeah, it's just a public server that anyone can go on with the right mods list, which you can join the Discord if you'd like. Pretty much it's just an open Minecraft server with just a few rules, and it's all about experiencing this brand new 1.16 update. And that's pretty much all it is. It's been in the development for like well over 6 months at this point.
It's been a while.
Yeah. And just for those who are considering joining but are like, oh my god, I don't know a Doctor Who, do it anyway. Join. I was the only experience, I guess, interaction I've had with Doctor Who is just Lowkey sharing a screen late at night. I know nothing about it.
You with Doctor Who facts.
Yeah, I don't understand anything about it.
No.
But we played the 1.12 version, and it was very fun.
It was.
Still can't believe you should have this ever. It was very fun. I played it like every day for like a week. But
yeah, I knew nothing about it.
If you're considering joining, you should join anyway.
It is very fun. I'll put a link.
You should also check out the SWD team YouTube channel because that's where the mod came from.
Check out the trailer for it as well. It looks very cool.
Yeah, so that's the Minecraft server.
Yeah,
pretty interesting.
Pretty exciting.
Yes.
Very excited to do that.
So this question is really important, and probably a lot of people are thinking this. Why is your profile picture bald? It's been worrying me for quite a while.
Okay.
I'm just looking at you right now.
Let's
It's your big bald stridey head.
Let's explain the backstory of my avatar, and that will explain the baldness.
Yes, go for it.
So I was trying to think of an avatar for the YouTube channel, which is the one I own still. That one, I needed something interesting because usually for my logos, I just steal an image on the internet and call it a day. But I wanted something unique if I wanted to become known for something. So I think at the time I was watching a lot of animation channels like, Circle Tunes, Something Else, Jaden Animation, everyone like that. So Something Else YT, let me explain the whole story before everyone judges me on this. I searched it in images and then found just artwork of his avatar. So I took it in Photoshop. I cut off most of the accents, like the tail and the horns and the face. I then recolored it all to be a white skin and obviously my favorite color, purple. So I made the jacket purple that he was wearing, and then for the face, I needed, because it didn't seem like a face was going to work, because I didn't want to be known for one face, because I feel like having a logo you can put on anything or change to put on anything is going to be really beneficial. So I needed something interesting. So originally, I didn't have a mouth or ears or hands. It was just the jacket. It was my head. It didn't even look like this, actually. The artwork I'm using now for my face cam was made by Luna, which is one of my friends from Game Backlog, Epic Luna. So originally it was more of an anime style, I think, actually, and I made it an exclamation mark. Originally it was a question mark for a few years. Then I changed it to an exclamation mark because it looked better. So after that, it was then taken and making into a logo because I joined the Games from the Backlog channel, and that was made into the artwork the rest were, which was one. It became more of a cartoony style, not the one we're using right now still, and they added a mouth, which I at the time didn't like it, but it's kind of grown on me, which you can clearly see now. So after that, Luna made me some Twitch emotes, which was really nice of her, which were all in like a cutesy style, which turned into the logo we have today, which is the baldness. The overall story of the overall story of that entire thing was the baldness comes from the original image that I photoshopped, because originally it had horns on, which I just removed into a bald cap. So that's the origin of Lowkey's baldness.
That is a gorgeous story.
You're talking about Games from the Backlog. Do you want to explain that a little bit?
Yes. So Games from the Backlog is a group of people from the college I'm in right now. A lot of epic people. I think when I joined, they had about 8 members. They're about 7 or 6 now, because people had to leave. But they are great people. I think because backstory to my entire fucking life. I hate talking. I suck at it. Don't like social interactions at all. No thanks. So you in college for that entire first year, I'm pretty sure I spoke like 2 words because I just didn't like talking. So then Aaron, the absolute chav that he is, came up to me in his iconic beanie that he wears every day for some reason, and he invited me to the group channel because he saw the games I made for game jams for my college projects and he liked them. So he invited me to the Games from the Backlog channel, and I think the first thing I joined ever was Duck Fight, which I can't even remember what that game's about. So I joined that, and yeah, pretty much where that kicked off. It's a gaming channel with a bunch of party and co-op games that we all play. It's really fun because they're an amazing group of people. It's not just like the group of people doing a set plan. Usually they have a loose plan and they just go on with it, and it usually makes for better content. But yeah, they're just a group of people from my college, and they do really cool gaming stuff.
Nice. Very cool channel. I've seen some of it. I would recommend.
Good videos. There's going to be a lot of links in this description.
There really are. We've talked about a lot, but it's fine. I'll cover it all. So, we've been asking each other a lot of questions. We have some other questions from Twitter that people wanted to ask Lowkey MP3 over here.
Lowkey, I'm going to force you to smack on the Twitter on the screen. Now. Wham.
Boom.
You're welcome.
It will literally be probably right there.
It's on screen, shaken. It's kind of sussy.
So true.
Scared what you can do with that. Okay, so retweeted, "Hey gamers, if you had the opportunity, what questions would you ask Lowkey MP3?" And we got a few responses, so I'm gonna ask you this now. From Twitter user Adoring Walls, we have, how did he come up with his username?
Lowkey, oh god, Lowkey MP3. That is gonna take a little bit. So it all started way back when I used to go by the name Derpy Dolphin. But Derpy Dolphin 123, that was my username. I know it's really bad, but this is 10-year-old me here. So 10-year-old me, Derpy Dolphin 123. The fact is, I didn't know how to spell, so it was D-E-R. It wasn't spelled dolphin. How did I spell it?
You can't spell that.
D-E-R-P-Y instead of the actual way you spell dolphin, which is I'm gonna sound stupid if I get this wrong now. D-O-L-F-P-H-I-N.
Why was it F and PH?
Your mom?
What?
Listen, I'm panicking now.
Yeah.
Right. Breathe, collect yourself. Think.
Derpy Dolphin 123.
Dumb name.
God damn it. Okay, Derpy Dolphin 123 was my original username.
Oh, here we go.
I'm literally not doing anything.
I got collect. Derpy Dolphin 123 was my original username. I just spiraled in my screen. So I then moved on to originally it was Lowkey Angelic, which came from at the time when I was in a relationship. My partner was called High Key Angelic, so I was like, okay, Lowkey Angelic, which by the way took months to get because some idiot already had that username. So I pretty much I don't know. I just spied on him for an entire month to get the username. So after that, I then once we broke up, I changed it to Lowkey, rather than Lowkey Angelic. So at the time, Lowkey was okay. I actually had it for my YouTube name for a while, until one of my other friends. I can't remember their entire username, but it was something underscore MP4. So I was like, okay, then I'll be Lowkey underscore MP3. So that's basically where it came from. If you were curious. I'm now an audio recording.
So basically, it's from multiple different people, effectively.
Yeah, it's like a collection of a few years.
Yeah, that's nice.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna do the next question now. This is from Karma Chameleon on Twitter. How much money will you give me? That's the question. Could you know?
What username?
Karma Chameleon.
I'll give you 5 cents.
Interesting. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the answer to that question.
The next question is from Kato. It is, any fun or interesting childhood stories?
I mean, we have the classic story of how I ran into barbed wire.
Yeah.
Heard that one before. Go on.
Oh, we'll start off with that one. So, flashback. It was about 2019, which, yes, it was a few years ago. I'm still stupid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shut up. So, we went camping, which we do every year with my family, because I have quite a big family. So we went there. Oh, actually, my family is quite big. We have, because we're quite connected, because we all live, obviously, in Britain, and we live quite close. So I have, shut up. So I have about 5, 6, 7 sets of family, which will be like me, my aunt, my 2 different kind of nans, my nan, my great nan, my cousins, which are 3 groups of families. We have quite a big family. So each year we go camping, which we pretty much take up the entire camping field. But we go into the forest, and there's this group of kids. At the time, were younger than me, but the same age as my brother. So we started playing Nerf War, because obviously I brought Nerf guns in, because I was a proper Nerf guy.
Of course.
So we were playing Nerf, and I think one of them captured me, obviously part of the law, the Nerf gun law.
Yes,
so
of course.
They put me in this little area in the woods. It was right by a field, which at the time had barbed wire all around it. So obviously we climbed over it a couple of times in a different spot. But they took away my glasses into a way to keep me there, a way to disable me from vision. So when my cousin and my brother came raiding in, I obviously heard them, and then thought, okay, this is my chance. I got to escape. So I looked to my left, which is the exit, and that's surrounded by people. So I looked to my right, and there's a big old gap through the trees, which to me seemed like nothing because I had no glasses on. It just looked like the field and a blue sky. But obviously there was a barbed wire fence there. So I ran that direction, and then obviously I looked back to see if anyone was chasing me. But when I looked forward to go through the exit, I just full on smacked into the barbed wire, which went everywhere. So I'm pretty sure I stood there for a solid 1 minute before I even realized I was in barbed wire. So then after they helped me out, I obviously stumbled back to my campsite, which at this point I'm drenched in blood at this point. It went everywhere. Ooh, very lucky it didn't hit my eyes.
Yeah.
It was, but yeah,
if you had your glasses, could have protected you.
Exactly. My glasses, my protection.
I mean, if you had glasses, you wouldn't be there in the first place, but you know.
Exactly. Well, you know us dumb kids, we do stuff.
That was
well, that's kind of.
So look, 2 years ago, it was 2 years ago. I'm more wise, Lowkey now.
Yeah, 2 years ago, you're the same age as me. I wouldn't have run into barbed wire.
This was peak ADHD moments.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
No, it's fair.
Do I have any other stories? I think we'll save stories if I come on next time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I'm inviting myself back in the future.
Well, yes, we'll see
the far
in the future.
Depends.
Yeah. So I have a question here from Kai. When is his bedtime?
That's a great question. Usually, my bedtime comes from fuck you. And really...
Me too.
I set myself a bedtime of around piss off. So that's pretty much where that lays.
Okay, interesting.
Nice.
For backstory on that, I'm not being rude. That's an inside joke. Don't
Just a little disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
They're sleepy all the time.
Shut up.
But if you have any other questions for Lowkey, since, you know, he's reinvited himself back on, you could leave them in the comments. If you're watching and you're like, I want to know this, go for it. Leave them in the comments.
Who else is finding this like a year later after it's uploaded? For some reason, I see a lot of like 1 year ago, 2 year ago videos on my For You page. So I'm guessing after they've uploaded for a while, they kind of get recommended more. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But, you know, whoever's seeing this in the far future, these two gamers invited me. So
true. IRL podcast.
Oh.
We're talking about this last time. We should meet up and do IRL. That'd be so fun. Good. You might be invited.
Maybe. Depends.
Even if I'm not, I'm just gonna DM you.
Just turn up anyway. No, Lowkey, imagine it's just me and Eleanor just sat here, and then Lowkey's just in the background, just staring like this.
Lowkey's just staring like that. The door opens slightly behind her. I'm just peeking through.
That would be terrifying.
I will forever be in the podcast.
It is
somewhere.
I feel
like every podcast, like for one frame, I should just flash on screen.
I was gonna say I'm gonna get a little cutout of you and put it up there or something, so you're.
I'll get you a life-size Lowkey thing, but it's my avatar.
Yeah, I'm
purposely gonna make myself 8 foot. So.
Lowkey, you're short.
I'm literally tall.
Okay, question from Twitter user elekevj: why are you so short?
Ooh,
that's a great question. Well, it kind of comes from the fact that Elekey's jealous of my height, so she always says I'm short. It's really weird. I'm actually like taller than Lowkey.
By less than a centimetre. From still what you measured from yourself, so it's probably not even accurate.
Still taller though.
Yeah.
So no, but you could have measured it and just lied.
I think
kind of jealousy.
You were like, Elektra sent her height, and you were like, damn. I've called her short so many times.
I was actually on cam and I measured myself.
And you're like, damn, I'm 5'7". What do I do? So you just lied. You straight up lied. But you didn't want to make it like.
We were all on camera when we measured ourselves. So.
Yeah, and I did it myself, and I got like 5 foot, which just isn't true. And then I got my dad to do it, and I was 5'7". So.
I'm gonna have a whole documentary on why I'm tall.
Just make a whole YouTube series or something.
Hey guys, Lowkey here. Today we're discussing my height.
I'm so short.
Have you seen those videos where they use like photos and like then they use like different like objects that they know the height of to measure it?
I'll tell you what, I'll take a picture of myself in a door frame, because we all know how tall a door frame is.
We will do a whole podcast episode on figuring out Lowkey's height using that one photo.
It'd be like one of those oh, what are they? They're like theory videos about like, have you ever seen the theory videos about like aliens or old tech stuff?
Kind of, yeah.
I feel like it's one of those kind of videos. Go into the lore.
It'd just be like one of those like Illuminati videos where like it's like there's 3 letters in this word, three sides on a triangle. This word is Illuminati, but Lowkey's height.
I used to watch those videos all the time.
Brings back to those, like, it wasn't a song, it was more of like a rhyme thing, where the most famous one I can think of is Why Are Fire Trucks Red? And they used to link things. So like why are fire trucks red? And then you'd be like, red is the colour of blood.
Yeah.
What does blood have? Iron. What does iron have? Metal.
Classic.
Fire trucks are made out of metal. Fire trucks are red, kind of thing.
Yeah. Then it would lead to something
Very
down
interesting.
Every time.
Oh, this isn't a question. I was just thinking about it earlier because you were talking about usernames and we're talking about Twitter, Twitter questions. My username, just unsaniam, is taken on Twitter.
What?
Mine is unsaniam_ because the first one is taken. But I looked it up on Twitter and there's nothing there. So Twitter, please sort it out.
I'm
the
only one.
up
right now. Hang on.
Okay. Going on your phone through the podcast. Jeez.
I am.
You want to get invited again? Wow.
Oh.
We're gonna ban Usan for taking a username.
Oh.
Yes.
Not you,
the
Usan.
other one.
Yeah, just wasn't clear.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It doesn't appear.
Yeah, but my username is with an underscore. If you look, take a.
That is strange. Look. I think Twitter doesn't want you to become a famous person. Yeah, ageism.
You're short, and that is very funny. And if you want to see Lowkey's real height, actually doesn't do facecam anymore, but you would see if you go on Twitch.
So
follow
true.
Lowkey on Twitch. Follow Lowkey on Twitch. I think we're gonna leave the podcast there for today. Thank you, Lowkey, for coming on. It was great having you here.
I am glad to be here.
First guest. really
I feel
setting the bar quite low. You know, it'll only get better.
You start at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't fill up a barrel from the top, do you? You start at the bottom and then it goes upwards.
Well,
you put water in and then it starts at the bottom and then goes upwards because it's filling.
That's just a really weird like analogy.
That's just physics, though.
Your physics, get out the window.
Google.
Okay, yes I will.
That's it. Elecast broken up now.
So true. Yeah. That's the end of the Elecast.
Second episode.
No more episodes ever.
Wow, that entire. All right, bye. I'm just gonna say bye before this gets worse.